Thanks everybody for tuning in. This Monday, I got some Steeler news, and that's what I'm going to be doing here on this new concept of the new show name, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We're still going to be going live Wednesday, but today we got some exciting news. The Steelers, that's right, have signed 3 new Steelers in depth. Listen here right now on the Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Welcome, everybody, again to another exciting episode. Real quick on the Steelers Dynasty Podcast. It's Monday. Thanks for tuning in. If you heard it, it's going to be Monday. We got some Steeler news going down. That's why I'm trying to get these recorded ones out. We will also have Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock still live Steeler content. You guys can pop on and give your questions and comments and your criticisms of the Steelers, good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get on with today's topic today. The Pittsburgh Steelers actually signed 3 players to add to depth in the organization. I did not see this coming today. That's why it's a Monday signing. So notably, the first one here is going to be Kyle Allen. Backup Josh Allen in the Buffalo Bills. The Steelers signed him to, a 1-year deal probably. He's going to be the third string quarterback. That adds more depth into our quarterback room now under Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and now Kyle Allen. A little bit on Kyle Allen here. He followed Ron Rivera he went to the Carolina Panthers first. He went he backed up Cam Newton, played for a little bit. Then he went to Washington and played under Ron Rivera. And in 1920, when the quarterbacks were passing out of the picture, he actually played a little bit. And he was also backup at the Texans. He overtook Davis Miles for 2 games in 2022. Then he succeeded a job back to him. Then he ultimately got relocated after the Texans signed Case Keenum last year. And like I said, he was the backup for Josh Allen last year. His overall career, guys, he's a 62.6 passer. Look, it's a depth at third string. It is what it is. He is 7-12 as a starter in the NFL. He has thrown 26 touchdowns, which that is a higher number than our old number 1 quarterback, Kenny Pickett, and he that amassed in 24 starts. So that is third string quarterback Kyle Allen coming from the Buffalo Bills. Omar Khan was doing a lot of stuff today. I'm just trying to keep everybody inquisitive with what's going on real quick with these quick videos. And hopefully you guys all subscribe to the new Steelers Dynasty podcast. Also, too, I also have the Triple B Experience podcast. I have 2 podcasts now and doing 2 different things. So honestly, too, here is the other Steelers signing today. Quaz Watkins. If I'm saying it, pronouncing it correctly, Quaz Watkins. His era is over. From Philadelphia. He was a speedy wide receiver. He's a 2020 6th-round pick out of Southern Miss. Okay, Watkins played 4 seasons for the Eagles, logging 98 catches for about a little over 1,200 yards. He had 6 touchdowns. His best season came in 2021. He had 43 catches, 647 yards, and 1 touchdown. Because it was once thought that he was going to be the future building block at the wide receiver spot at Philadelphia, but he regressed since they signed A.J. Brown, and his production last season was 15 catches, 142 receiving yards, and that also made him, a goner for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Watkins signed a 1-year contract. He also joins Van Jefferson as the wide receivers that the Steelers have signed since they traded Dante No Catch Johnson to the Carolina Panthers this month. So we got some depth at receiving, but we still need to get a second receiver in our roster. I don't know if they're going to be doing that for trade. If they do, I will try to present it as quick as possible. But you never know here. Like I said, Khan today signed some players for depth. Now, the last player that the Steelers signed today was this guy right here. But he was a former Green Bay Packer, okay? He was his defensive lineman, Dean Lowry, okay? He never was a super big star, but he has a respectable NFL career going into being signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was a Northwest graduate. Lauer got selected in the 4th round in 2016 NFL draft by the Packers, where he spent his first 7 seasons. Okay, he did a rookie deal that earned a 3-year, $20 million extension in 2019. So if they paid him some money, he can't be that bad. But he had some injuries. Now, Lowry finished his time in Green Bay with 15.5 sacks, 16 breakups, interception, and 1 defensive touchdown over his 7 seasons. Now, following the 2022 season, he signed with the rival Minnesota Vikings, signed a 2-year deal, but he was disappointed in the 2023 season. He was on injured reserve, and then he got cut this offseason. The Steelers picked him up for depth. Now we need some depth at that defensive line with Cam Hayward, Larry Obajobi. So we shall see how Dean Lauer can actually does he make the roster in camp, because we have some depth. Does Watkins make the roster in camp? Does even Allen make the roster in camp? Due to the fact that these are all depth players, but the Steelers signed them today, probably all for 1-year deals, and we're getting some of the depth pieces put in. Like I said, today was a big day for Steelers signing players on a Monday, and that's why I'm doing this video. But show up Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. for the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Well, I'm your host. We'll be talking Steelers football, the whole program, live, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Hit subscribe, get the algorithms up. If you haven't subscribed to this new channel, please do. It's something that's going to be happening here. And like I said, subscribe. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. When we shall see what the Steelers will be doing. If the Steelers do any more news, I will try to put out videos as quick as possible, but I'll be back Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock to actually talk a lot of Steelers, probably talk about all these signings that we had, but I just wanted to get it out there, people. So Monday, huge Steelers signings, a quarterback, a receiver, and a defensive lineman. It sounds like a band right there. So, okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. You guys have a great night and a better tomorrow, and we will see you guys Wednesday.